Want to find out why a bunch of 13-year-old girls were obsessing over a pudgy, pixelated skeleton in 2016? You've come to the right show, unfortunately.
Well, hey there, Indy, turn your dial. Dapper Don's here to make you smile with a co-host sharp and riff so true. We've got the laughs, the rants, the view. What's going on? Oh, what's the word? Indy's the city where we'll be heard. From Monument Circle to Broad Ripple on. What's going on with Dapper Don? So grab your coffee, Hoosiers, and let's get to it. 'Cause we're in the house!
What's going on? It's Dapper Don, and I'm excited to welcome you all back. And here with me today is once again my lovely co-host Sydney. Say hello to the people, Sydney.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So what do you remember doing in September of 2015? Were you in school, at home, playing on your Wii, watching your favorite YouTuber? What were you doing?
So in 2015, I was in like 5th, 6th grade, and I was on my iPod Touch drawing Undertale fan art on this app called Drawcast.
Oh. As for me, I was desperately trying to learn the Dougie and the Wobble so I could seem cool at parties. Still not able to do those dances, and I'm still not cool at parties, but whatever. None of us, however, were prepared for what would come out on the 15th. Up until that point, indie games were something obscure and niche. If you showered and went outside, you probably didn't know what the fuck a cave story was. I only half knew about it because I showered but never went outside. And even with the advent of FNAF, the wider internet consciousness was still mostly on AAA releases. That is until a little RPG came along and asked one simple question. What if you didn't kill? This was a shock to the very framework of gaming. Every title from Mario to Crash Bandicoot to Batman to Splatoon to Dying Light to Call of Duty to Halo and even Undertale's inspiration Earthbound all told you that if you didn't kill, you didn't progress. Everyone was so used to having to advance a certain way in games that when this game came along that actually made you feel guilty for playing it like the many games that came before it, it broke the internet. Sid, how did you feel when when Undertale first dropped and you first discovered the mechanics?
I actually never got to play the game, but when I like saw the stuff about it, I was like, wow, this seems like really interesting. And like I did grow up playing like all those like Mario games and stuff like that where you didn't have to kill, but I never really thought about it being like an ethical thing. Like it's just what you did, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, you stomp a Goomba, right? You kick
Yeah.
a turtle shell. And I mean, there was a thing where PETA tried to make it seem like Mario was cruel to animals, but I was like, they aren't animals. And also, who gives a shit about the turtles, right? Yeah, I'm
Actually,
trying to get
a
canceled.
lot of people.
I'm trying to get canceled today.
Oh, brother.
Like, what did you think when you saw all those YouTubers and things learning the hard way that you can't just go killing just anyone in Undertale?
I was like, oh my gosh, wow. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't remember exactly what I thought, but I was just very intrigued by like the design of the game, I think, more so than like the procedure of it.
Right. And now, here we are, a decade later, trying to figure out not only what made the game impactful, but just fangirling over the game that defined our early to late teenage years. So we hope you'll be willing to join us on this journey. We'll be talking in depth about the game's philosophy from a character standpoint, talking in depth about the canon versions of these characters and what fans often misinterpret, which I'm sure you're familiar with one particular individual. And we'll wrap up the discussion with a quick detour into the absolutely unhinged fan creations. Yes, I'm doing another one of these. No, I did not learn my lesson from the last three. So let's dive right in. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't played Undertale but somehow clicked on this episode about Undertale, first of all, dumbass, click off the episode and go play it. It's on all the major consoles. Hell, I think even a Neo Geo can get it at this point.
Mhm.
So go play it, because from here on, I'm going to assume you know what you need to know. But anyways, let's get into Undertale's philosophy. So let's talk about this choice, consequence, and player responsibility. When Undertale dropped and people started playing it, they started realizing something very fundamental. Undertale remembers. Now, what were your first impressions when you found out that this game remembered you and that your choices didn't just go away just because you restarted the game?
It was like weird because it was like, oh, like there's actual lore and like deep parts of this game that definitely made it stand out from like the other like kind of. I wouldn't say it's like. Would you say it's like an RPG kind of thing?
I would say it's an RPG, but because of you ever heard of a deconstruction? It's a deconstruction of
Hmm.
an RPG. So
Yeah.
it's like it is in that genre, but it's also taking the piss out of that genre.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that all those parody movies are still movies and they're still action movies, but they are taking the piss out of the genre.
Right. I think it definitely made me like feel some things then because it's like you move through this like little world and like people like know you and like they talk it like makes you feel like you're kind of immersed in it in a way that like other games kind of don't.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of early on sets up the fact that you are the most powerful person in this universe. It
Hmm.
early on sets up the fact that you are responsible for all of these characters' fates, and it is you who can determine whether they live, die, or whether some of them live, some of them die. I mean, you can be Machiavellian with it, or you can just be a regular socially adjusted person and just play the game the way it's meant to be played.
Hmm.
Either way, the game really is a study of you as a person. And the game kind of dispels because a lot of these games that came out right were one way is the right way. You had one path forward.
Hmm.
With any of these games, even games as complex in scale as Halo, you have one path forward, you have one objective, one enemy to defeat, and you cannot veer off that path or do anything else except that one objective and defeat that one enemy. Even if there are side quests, even if there are missions, or even if like Red Dead, you have 10 years worth of fucking gameplay in one game,
Hmm.
there's still one path you need to follow. So, Sid, how did you feel when you found out that there was like 20 endings to this game?
Oh my gosh, because like when I watched the people play it, I was like, okay, there's one ending, and then I just got more immersed in the fandom. I was like, oh, what happened here? Like when people would not take the pacifist route, I'd be like, oh,
Right.
like I'm a little bit freaked out
It's
now.
like, what? Dust? Blood? But nobody came? What the fuck?
Sans, what's wrong with you?
What's going on here? But you can decapitate a skeleton and they die? What the fuck? It's like it was a lot. It was a
Hmm.
lot.
For sure.
And again, another thing that sticks out is just the way the game remembers you. Like, oh my god, like when you first kill Toriel,
Which,
and you
yeah, I didn't know you could do that in the beginning. I was like,
and
why
then
would you do that?
well, because a lot of people were playing it like, oh, this is like Pokemon. This is like where you get their HP low and they faint or something,
Killer, killer.
and then they kill her, and she's like, oh shit, you hate me that much? Then she dies, and then people got guilty, and then they reset, and then Fly was sitting there like, you killed her, and then you went back because you regretted it. So
Hmm.
there was no escape from it,
Nope.
and even though it wasn't a choice that haunted you throughout the rest of the run, if you played pacifist correctly, in the back of your mind, you knew, okay, this game is watching everything that I do.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're not safe here.
you
It's
are
like the
not safe
FBI.
here. And I mean, nothing had really been done like that since like Sonic.exe, I think, where it just stole your name off of your PC and said something like "so many souls to play with, so little time. Wouldn't you agree?" And then the name, whatever name your admin is. Nothing had been done like that since. But yeah, and in the way the game remembers you and never lets you get away with shit, it also weaponizes your empathy because when the game remembers, it makes it feel more real.
Hmm.
And when it makes it feel more real, oh, you end up feeling actual guilt for killing a 2D character. Mind you, you never see this character move beyond a few animations, and you feel more guilt than you would if you called your mother a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
You stabbed a pixel animation, and you feel this guilty. It's ridiculous.
Like, yep, you can't bring her back. Sorry.
Nope, it's not happening. And
Oh.
she's not gonna show up outside of the battle, fainted on her knees, Nothing like that. She's gone. You
Mhm.
turned her to dust.
Yep.
And that means that everybody she's connected to,
Knows your name.
they know you and they want you gone. They want you dead.
They said, "Why would you do that?"
So ultimately the game isn't really about monsters. It's about you.
Mhm.
Though there are some memorable characters and we're going to talk about them. So well, we're going to talk about them in the sense of fanon versus canon because I think that's a more interesting discussion with how they're mischaracterized. So I'm going to start with one of the most contentious ones first. The player character, Frisk.
Mhm.
How they're headcanoned as it's either, I don't know how to describe it. It's like they're either a teenage girl, an adult with boobs,
Oh, I don't think so.
or like they're not they're not the blank slate that they're supposed to be. And what do you think Frisk's personality actually is based on playing the game?
I thought she was like a 7-year-old. Like, there's no way she's an adult, right?
They, for whatever reason, and
They
we're gonna
sexualize her?
yes,
Oh,
we're going to get
brother.
into this because they sexualize her in relation to this skeleton boy.
Oh, brother, this
Guy
guy
stinks. Yeah, so that's it's a little tough because Frisk does have a personality, but the personality is heavily dependent on you choosing options.
Yeah, 'cause
So
don't you like kind of build your character in the
Yes.
beginning, but you don't?
yes, exactly. So where people got the idea, genderless palm tree looking child, let's give it boobs
I
and
want
thigh
that
socks.
on a body pillow.
I want that thing on a body pillow.
You freak.
Yeah, that big stubby chubby child body. Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the internet was a little bit disgusting back in 2016, and it still is, but
Brother.
yeah. So Frisk, blank slate. We don't. Let's kind of cut that out. In the Big 26, we should not be drawing Frisk like an anime girl.
Absolutely not.
Not in the Big 26, my friends. Flowey / Asriel. What are your thoughts on how Flowey actually is versus how the fandom portrays him?
I always like kind of didn't like Flowey. He's a little bit scary, but like people obviously like they love like the evil villain-esque personalities. So,
Right.
Like, they were like, oh my gosh, this flower is so bad boy-esque. Like, shut up.
Shut up. Right. It's like this flower can dominate me. Those vines.
Ew.
No, but you don't understand. You don't
I
understand
don't
what
want
I've
to.
seen.
Oh brother.
The anime community should not have merged with the Undertale community. That's all I got to say. Those vines were turned into something else. We are going to we're not going to talk about that.
This
but
episode's not PG-13 plus.
I don't know. I've put this episode on other platforms, so if it gets me taken down from them, wah wah wah. So, but yeah, another thing I note about how Flowey's portrayed is that some fans do a good job of portraying Asriel as the flower, the genocidal maniac flower, and even they were able to predict his personality post-pacifist, right? But they get Asriel just a little bit wrong in the most infuriating way. And what I think they get wrong more than anything is they make Asriel completely distinct from Flower, like completely separate.
Right.
They make it seem like he has no association with what he did. He can do no wrong. He is just this perfect person, and he bears no responsibility for his actions. I've seen it countless times. These comics and animations where as soon as he becomes Asriel, he's just good again. He's just a good guy, and all that Flowey stuff was not his fault. We're gonna hand wave that away, even though he remembers and was completely in control. And in the game, he even says, "Yeah, I did a lot of horrible things. I don't feel good about them, but I did them." It's like, and
Receipts.
even like if you go back and play the game and you actually get to the Asriel part, right? And you talk to him. He feels remorse for what he's done, but he's not exactly sympathetic towards anyone.
He said, oops.
Oops. It literally is just I did a lot of horrible things, and I'm sorry, and I'm deeply guilty about it, but my ability to feel sympathy has been suppressed through hundreds of years of being a flower, so I can only really feel the same guilt you'd feel if you got caught with your hands in the cookie jar. So, I mean, the more interesting interpretations of Azrael to me come from when they hone in on the fact that, like Asgore, he has bodies. So there's an aspect of guilt, even though he wanted to be this nice person who wanted to save his people. He ended up as a genocidal maniac weed. So
it's given like Eren Yeager. It's like the
yes,
wrong path, but like the right intention.
Right. And I mean, the whole goal for Azrael was to redo everything so that he could finally get the ending he wanted. But it's just, in the process of that, he's at least killed thousands of different versions of people. So when we portray Azrael as this little soft boy who could do no wrong, just because he's portrayed like that after he gets saved does not mean that he doesn't have the capability of doing that again.
True.
Just give me 1 second. I'm going to try and save this because... Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just wanted to save my work because the last time we lost this, I was about to throw my laptop.
Yep.
So, yeah, but let's move right along here. Let's talk about Toriel. Toriel does not get enough attention on her flaws as a character. So what do you think her flaws as a character are?
Wow, I mean, like, okay, so if I'm right, like, Azrael's her son.
Yes.
And she obviously, like, wasn't in contact with him for a while, correct? Kind of lost him. So, like, she kind of, like, was she a mother figure for every human that came down? Or was
Yes, every human that came down.
I think that might be a flaw. Not because she's, like, very giving and caring in that way, but it's also, like, you know what I mean?
Right, but hers was more mothering as and hers is more mothering as a coping mechanism rather than because she lost her child. She lost 2 children. She adopted one and she had one and she lost both. She was mothering as a coping mechanism, and that's what's so great about her fight is that it's not your typical tutorial fight. It's I am desperate to keep you here. Please don't leave me. And it really portrays a side of this character that most characters portrayed like her don't have, which is that crazy obsessive side. It's implied, but it's there. I don't think she's some perfect mother. And there's a Deltarune episode in the works where we'll talk about her portrayal in Deltarune.
She's in Deltarune?
Yes, she's in Deltarune. I need to
finish playing that.
You have to finish Deltarune.
Is it done?
We're on chapter 4 now. How far are you in?
Chapter 2, maybe. A little bit behind.
You're missing Peak!
I'm sorry!
Oh, you're missing the I can't even say it because I don't like spoiling people on
I got
things.
stuck on one of the puzzles and I got mad, so I stopped playing.
I'm gonna cry.
No, okay, I'll go play it.
You're missing so much Peak.
Okay,
what do you got up to Spampton? Hey, it's me! No, you're missing Peak. Okay. You are missing Peak. I need you to go play. I need you to... Matter of fact, your homework before the Deltarune episode comes up is to play Deltarune up to chapter 4.
Gulp.
So Napstablook, I don't really usually have any problems with his portrayal, but I do like him as a character. He's just vibes.
I totally forgot about him. Now he exists. I'm gonna look him up.
He's
he's the ghost. No.
He's the ghost. Remember those Pac-Man ghosts?
Yeah.
He looks like that, but he's
white.
white.
So the headphones.
Yes. I call it Dapper Blook.
No, literally, yeah. He he's such a sweetheart.
He's
at least
such
how he's portrayed.
Yes, he's such a good guy. Good one.
Yeah.
He's cute. He's got everything, and they don't portray him in any weird ways. At least not what I've seen. Now, Rule 34 exists.
Huh?
He is a ghost. So we'll let you find that out there. I'm not looking that up here, but as far as the main comics, he's usually portrayed pretty accurately.
That's true.
And finally, we're going to Sans and Papyrus. We're going to talk about Sans and Papyrus.
Do a Papyrus impression. I feel like you can do a good one. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, first off, let's get this out of the way now. Sans is not some serious, edgy anime protagonist character. He oozes slime, pranks you across time and space, and has whoopee cushions at the ready. He's a depressed comedian. He is not Goku. So where all this, I gotta find the secret Gaster connection and all these, like, they're good comics, don't get me wrong, they're great, but that's not Sans. That's just not Sans. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
like there's a couple of fan comics where they portray him more seriously, where he's trying to investigate different things, he's trying to defeat Flowery or whatever, and he's this research scientist, and it's like, yeah, he was implied to be into the sciences, but he had long since given that up by the time we meet him. So a more accurate portrayal would probably still be a comedian kind of hanging out off to the side while everybody else does the work, because when he tried, he failed.
Oof.
That is his character.
Clocked, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. And just based on what he looks like, I don't know where the fangirling came from. I mean, can you identify, can you kind of point illuminate that for me?
He like gives off like, I guess, some sort of charisma because he's like edgy, and they think he's like edgy and brooding, and like he's protective of his brother, and people just love that. They're like, I wish he would protect me like that, kind of thing. And I feel like that's probably why, because like he kind of like lurks enough in the background that enough is left up to interpretation, but then obviously depending on the route you take, like you kind of learn more about like what he is capable of, and people just love that like silent, like he's so strong. Like, how much do you think Sans can bench? I would say probably 315.
3 pounds.
Okay. I mean, he's a skeleton. He's all bones.
He's all bones. And not only that, but he wouldn't even try. Like, people have him with the blue eye all the time. Like, every time he uses his magic, it's a blue eye. It's like, you do realize that the guy teleports without changing his face at all, right? Like, the only time he's using his blue eye is to show when he's using effort. But if it's something he can already do, like lift shit, he's not changing his eye. Like, that's weird to me. But I think people really do like the smiling but strong types. I mean, we saw this in the Has-Been episode with Mr. Alistair.
Oof.
And the fandom of the Amazing Digital Circus, how they latch on to Jax. And
yep.
we see this every time a franchise comes out with a character with a perpetual smile.
Who they think would be really hot as a human. That's
who they think they would. Yeah, but I mean, would somebody with a plastered on fake like smile going up to their eyes, would that really be hot, or would that be more creepy? I mean, come on.
They don't want to think about that.
I mean, come on. If you really had a guy who just walked up to you and was smiling at you like yeah, come on now. I mean, there was a whole horror movie about why perpetually smiling probably isn't the sexiest thing. So,
Nope.
I mean, y'all do what you want, but I mean, I'm not putting him on my body pillow. I'm not putting Sans on my body pillow. I mean, come on. Have you seen the guys? I mean, I'm chubby. I guess I don't know.
The only appropriate body pillow character I feel like is Mettaton.
Yes, and I think it might be implied that there are body pillows of him already.
Okay, but like in his like pink form, you know what I mean?
Yes, in the. Although I'm gonna be honest, the box form probably has body pillows too. Because let's be honest, that was one sexy rectangle. And Papyrus is that one infuriates me more than Sans actually, because he's often portrayed as this overly sweet, overly naive cinnamon roll type character, and I disagree.
He's just stupid.
He's just a little stupid. He's a little eccentric. He's a little kooky, but he's also a man who's implied to be like in his 20s. I mean, you can't really. I don't think you can start training for the military in the Monster Society until you're at least close to being an adult. I don't know why I said an adult.
So wait, what's adulthood in Undertale? Like a million? 100?
A million? I don't know. I guess since Sans Papyrus don't have kids, they could theoretically outlive the heat death of the universe. They could be pulling up like Master Roshi still. Sans, you have not recalibrated your puzzles in 100 years. And Sans is just like, yeah, and it's been 100 years, so I'm not gonna get to it. But I don't know. I just think that like even in the way he fights, the control he displays.
Yeah.
You have to assume that this guy knows more than he wants to let on. And while he is lofty, while he is ambitious, you have to kind of take out the whole aspect of he gets giddy over basic attention. Like, that's just a lonely person in general. Like people.
He's never
really,
felt the touch of a woman
never
or man
felt.
or them.
I don't think he actually desires one though. A lot of people seem to headcanon him as wanting to be with everybody in the underground. I don't think he actually desires that. I literally think he just wants what he wants, and that's it. He is the most cartoonishly simple character in the game, aside from a few Easter eggs, like how in the genocide route, if you abort it after before you kill him, he says that he would have blasted you to bits with his special attack, Gaster Blaster connection.
Mm.
But like he knows what death is, he knows what violence is. He just doesn't want to engage with it.
Right.
This is where we have to start viewing people as three-dimensional, viewing characters as three-dimensional, where just because they're part of a certain genre of character doesn't mean they don't know about the other things. Like, he knows what they want to do with your soul. He just does not want to address that he might be contributing to it because he has ambitions tied to what they do with your soul.
True.
So it's a conflict, really. And he's a very interesting character when he's explored correctly and not just made to be like Sans' Luigi. Remember how Luigi was getting sidelined and he was like, no, nobody cares about Luigi. And then a whole fandom rose up, Luigi, but we care about you, but we're also not going to draw any fan art where you're depicted in any better of a position. But we do care about you.
Trust.
Trust us. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just the cinnamon roll portrayal that really gets me. He is one, but that doesn't mean he's not familiar with darker concepts. It's kind of like how real people are. You can be the nicest person in the world, but you've thought about stabbing somebody at least once, haven't you, Sydney?
Yeah. Maybe. I will not legally admit.
Yeah, that's right. This is a sting. This is a honeypot. I'm catching all the stabbers today, baby.
I will say too, like it also is represented that like a lot of people are like nice on the surface, but we all have our own self-serving interests, and honestly, Papyrus does not care if you die in that sense if he can make it to like the military. Like
he just doesn't want to see it.
He's like, just like pretend like I don't know you.
Just because I mean, when you actually die, like, because he can accidentally kill you. Everybody you fight can accidentally kill you, and it's like oopsies. Oh well. Hey, Asgore, go ahead and break that barrier for me.
2319.
2319. And then here's Undyne. Now, what's interesting about Undyne's character is that a lot of people miss very crucial details of her character when they just paint her like your typical butch lesbian.
I was gonna say butch lesbian.
Right? They miss integral aspects of her character. For example, did you know that she actually knows how to put together puzzles? She knows how to put together puzzles so well that she works with Alphys on her puzzles. But you wouldn't know that unless you listened to the phone calls between Papyrus and Undyne after her pacifist route encounter. And a lot of people miss that. They miss that small detail that she just doesn't like puzzles.
Yeah.
Another instance of a character can be familiar with something and just not have that as an aesthetic.
True.
It's like, how do you think that any of Waterfall and the puzzles in Waterfall happen? Literally, monsters say, yeah, we make the puzzles to these areas. Some of us like them more than others, but we do make the puzzles to these areas. So it's really a matter of people have to pay attention. She knows how to do puzzles. She knows a little about science. She doesn't know too much. And she knows enough to at least try to study history. And she even knows about population development and city development and things of that nature. She is not just a butch lesbian. Just because she can suplex a boulder doesn't mean she doesn't know how to pick up a book. This is why you have to view characters as three-dimensional.
Wow, that was a really good one.
Now, it's now again, Undyne is an awesome character, and I think that a lot of the ways that she's been portrayed hasn't exactly been very. It's not been terrible. She's been sidelined a lot, though. We need something specifically focused on her instead of her just being another genocide route victim for Sans to cry over.
Yeah, I mean, like, I also feel like because people just like don't give enough positive attention to lesbians. Like,
no,
they like the idea of like Sans being like a gay man over Undyne being a canon lesbian.
Who did they make him gay? Asgore. They made him gay with Asgore a lot.
I don't know. It was just like people love. Yeah.
I don't know. But that it really just we need more Undyne. We need more Undyne, and I'm sure she would agree.
Yeah. No.
And the dynamic between her and Papyrus, they act like she's like these are people who have developed like a sibling like dynamic over time, and Undyne would not be dealing with him in this manner if he couldn't match her in some way.
Facts, yeah.
So when people portray him as weak, who's weak? Did we not read the same dialogue where she was like, Papyrus is actually pretty freaking tough. He's just too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did we read the same dialogue? Because it's like, or did we forget that sometimes Undyne will get a little rough with Papyrus and start throwing couches at him? If you can take a couch being thrown at you, how strong do you think this guy is?
Facts.
She throws couches and chairs at him. Like, this is not your average everyday thing. Monsters are sturdy as fuck. That's why you have to be extremely powerful to actually kill them.
Yeah.
In any other circumstance, I would not be able to even touch Toriel.
Mm-hmm.
We are not touching Asgore. We are not beating. These are not weak individuals. Oh, they turn to dust when they die. Yes, and you have to be extremely powerful to deplete their HP. Why do you think Sans was getting along with 1 HP so well? But yeah, and on to Alphys. Alphys is a very complex character. I will say that, but I think a lot of her problem is the same problem with Undyne. She's sidelined too much.
Yeah.
She's sidelined in favor of Gaster too much. We don't even have a confirmed anything about Gaster. We don't even know the gender of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And yet Alphys gets sidelined to them. Meanwhile, she's the one keeping the core running. She built the Underground's biggest star. And her research with determination is purely hers. Gaster, to my knowledge, was not ordered to do something like this.
Nope.
So when people Gaster was when people make those comments with Gaster being the one doing the determination experiments, no. Like, why are we taking credit away from Alphys for doing that?
They want to cover up a woman's legacy. Unfortunate.
Literally, this is Hidden Figures Dinosaur Edition.
Oh my god.
It's like, come on now. You know that lesbian dinosaur did more than people let on. She built a robot from junk. We don't have any confirmed feats for Gaster, and there is no scientific feat confirmed to be greater than building a fucking robot from junk and stuffing a ghost inside it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give Alphys some more love. Mettaton, we've already talked about him. What do you think? What do you think of Mettaton? What's your thoughts on that Bishonen rectangle?
I think he'd be a really good contestant on RuPaul.
Oh my god. He would be the absolute snarkiest contestant on RuPaul. It's like, darling, I'm a box, and even I can see that eyeliner is atrocious. Yeah, that would be delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Asgore. So, do you agree with how pathetically he's been portrayed as of recently?
You're gonna have to fill me in, because I feel like I know the least about him as a character.
Asgore is the king of the monsters. He is the one that wanted in Undertale to take your soul and break the barrier because humans killed his child, and so he wants revenge against them. He's one of the final bosses.
Yeah.
The way he's built up, he's the final boss until Flowey comes along and and then turns into a big TV vine monster and
whatever that was.
So yeah, he's built up to be one of the final bosses, and the boss fight with him is very emotional, and even later post Pacifist, he's kind of portrayed with this sort of goofy comedic light, but he's also got a little bit of sadness to him. But people straight up portray him like a cuck, because he lost his wife. And they think he lost his wife to a skeleton, not knowing that there's no way that those two could be romantically involved.
Oh, brother.
People think Asgore lost his wife to the skeleton. Are you kidding me?
It's Asgore.
It's Asgore.
Look at him.
And also, do you really, what would a boss monster skeleton baby even look like? I know if I go and look on the internet, I'd know.
Oh, brother.
But what the hell would that even look like? Would it be like an anorexic goat? I don't know.
Oh my god.
That's a very horrifying thought. Let's Let's just not have Asgore get cucked by Sans. That's the weirdest. That's like watching your dad get cucked by your older brother.
Ew! Oh my gosh.
Except in an adopted family, of course, because we don't support incest on this show. Well, we talk about incest, we just don't support incest. So yeah, Asgore is a little infuriating, but I get the kind of the anime sad sack, like this is a man who's done horrible things but still wants to be a good guy. Insert crying chibi face. I get it, but it's just the tiniest bit annoying because the game itself even portrays him like that, but it doesn't go as in depth as some of the fans have gone.
Do you think he's like morally gray?
I think he's heavily morally gray because it's not like he wanted to just go to the surface and go on a child killing spree.
Yeah.
This guy was trying to free his people, and he was trying to do the best he could with the immense grief that he felt. Imagine if you lost a child and then were forced to make decisions after.
Mm-hmm.
I know if I lost my family member and was forced to make a decision for an entire country, I would just blow up the world. That would be it. It's like, what the fuck am I here for?
No,
it's like, no, fuck you, nigga. Let's die. Let's die. So yeah, don't give that power to me. It's the same way how in the Has-Been Hotel episode, there would probably be nobody in hell, there would be nobody in the underground, and there would be nobody on the surface. Because I'm coming for that ass. How much do you know about Kara, Azrael's little friend?
Is Kara like the Frisk mirror? Like,
yes.
Same sprite.
Yeah, the one with the eyes open, the one...
The red eyes, the green sweater.
Eyes. Yeah, the one that everybody blamed for the genocide route, even though you're the one that has to hit the fight button.
Yeah, I always thought she was like the genocide character, but maybe there's lore you know that I don't.
I don't know much more. I'm going to be honest, I've fallen out of those theory videos. I do know, though, that you're the one that has to hit the fight button, so blaming a character for it and portraying them as the villain of the genocide route when it's really it's heavily implied in the game that you're the one that corrupts them. I don't know. Seems like a douchebag move.
It is.
Like a little bit of a douchebag
move. Not a catalyst for your consequences.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, they don't exactly like you at the end of the genocide route. They kill you too. Because they say you're a sick person.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. And then they kill you with a knife and a bunch of nines appear on screen. Oh, it's wonderful. So yeah, and I've got a few discussion questions here before we go into the break. Who was more in the wrong, Asgore or Toriel? Toriel for leaving Asgore or Asgore for doing what he did in the first place?
Woo. I think I'm gonna have to go with Asgore because
you think?
Why would she be in the wrong for leaving him? Like, does she have to stay with someone?
She could have stopped him though. She could have stopped him before. She could have stopped him. She could have stopped him after the first soul. She could have. The idea that she suggests taking one soul, going up, getting the other 5 from adults, and then coming back and freeing everybody. She could have forced him to do that, but no. She heard that declaration, or like she knew that this man was in grief. So first off, what I would do as a wife, I identify as a man, male wife, 100% male wife. What I would do as a wife would be to like, you're not going into the office for a few days.
You should stay home.
You should just stay home. Like, why? Don't go in. Don't make any decisions. Don't try to, I don't care how much he protests. He is getting tied to that bed, and we are grieving for the next month and a half. If the kingdom needs attention or whatever, I take care of it, but in general, you're in grieving. This is is it, what is that leave where you get to funeral leave? It's funeral leave. Like, I don't know why she didn't just go like, hey, Asgore, I see that you're angry and you've got that killy look in your eye. Let's back it up a little bit. Instead of waiting good until a grieving man has to announce his next moves and then being like, oh, what? The grieving man did what grieving people do and enacted irrational policies and procedures? What? You shouldn't put a grieving man in charge of an entire kingdom? What? Ugh, how dare you? I'm leaving you and I'm going to treat you like shit from here on out.
So I agree that maybe she could have had more empathy there.
Child killing is not correct, though. That's not right.
For sure. But she's also grieving, so maybe her leaving and like doing that was like self-preservation at that point.
Ah, that's an angle I didn't even consider, that she was also grieving. Yeah.
Because like I don't think she would be fit to even run that kingdom in place of him. They probably both should have just not.
They probably just both should have not. This would have been the point to just be like, Undyne, it's all you.
Pass the torch, give it to the fish.
Pass the torch. Now it probably wouldn't have been any better, but it wouldn't have been any worse either.
But like also like people have to lead through stuff like that all the time, like, and because of that, I don't think there's gonna be like a perfect route. Like what happened. So it's also just like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't think she's responsible for what he chose to do in grief, but I think like as his past wife, like she could have probably been there.
Could have been there just a tiny bit.
But like, are we looking at it through the human lens? But this is like a whole different race.
This is a whole different race.
So maybe they have different value systems and all that.
I was about to say, considering how durable they are, they probably do. They probably do have different values.
He's fine. He's like fine. 3 million HP. He's fine.
I was about to say, this guy can outlive me and my descendants. And my descendants. He's fine. He'll get over it. It's fine. It's only his child. What's 10 more years? We can always start again.
Ooh,
make another
good
kid.
Reference. Good reference.
Think, Mark. And one more discussion question before we go to break is, do you think characters like Flowey and Asgore are worthy of redemption? This kind of gets into, do you think people that have done horrible things like killing, maiming, or whatever has been implied, do you think that those people are worthy of redemption?
Am I looking at this as like,
look at it,
jury in the court, or like God?
Well, I mean, we can't look at it from God's perspective, but look at it like court, jury. Look at it like from the perspective of your morality.
So obviously stuff like that is pretty much unforgivable in the sense that like you really can't take back what you did. Could you atone for that? Could you take strides to be better? Yes, but unfortunately, like there's always going to be like a check on your list. So it's like, I think how he would choose to move after the fact would be telling, but at the same time too, it's like,
yeah, it's not great. I don't know. From my perspective, I think that redemption comes with accepting the fact that you'll always be punished in some way for the sin.
You cannot just like forget it. Like you always will have to acknowledge it wherever you go.
Exactly. And where a lot of people get it messed up is that redemption does not look like being completely absolved of everything, not having to deal with the guilt anymore. You don't outlive that guilt. You just adapt to it. It gets added to everything else. I mean, we see this with people every day doing lesser things. It's like there are plenty of things that people feel guilty about that they don't say, but that they live with. And I think that is the only redemption we can really hope for with this version of Asgore. Now, obviously, Deltarune Asgore is a little different. There's no child murder. From what I see, the monsters weren't even trapped underground, so that's a whole different story. But as far as Undertale goes, I think Asgore is always going to have something like this to live with. Fly will always have something like this to live with. But it's a scar that fades with time, doesn't completely go away. And I think that's the best redemption that can be hoped for with them. But I do think they're worthy of redemption, just not the way everybody thinks of it. It's not some grand ascension. It's not realistic. But yeah, and speaking of change, we're going to go ahead and switch on over to our groove break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the significance of the neutral and genocide routes, and we'll end off our conversation with the most dreaded part of this episode, the fan creations. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to What's Going On with Dapper Don. Stay tuned.
Life is a highway, so he's on the road. Feet pounding pavement, a song in his heart. You just just can't tame him. No stopping once he starts. When you move fast, there's nowhere you can't go. He's built to last. Can you feel the afterglow? Yeah, feel the rush ignite, living for that adrenaline high. When the world says know your place, he laughs it off and picks up the pace. He's a bird that can't be stopped, so let's kick it up a notch. With a spin, he'll rock those socks. Be you animal, human, or robot. So run it up, let your soul take flight. Rings glimmer in the dead of night. He's got the power to save us all. So if you're in his way, you're gonna fall. Every loss just fuels the flame. Every win brings glory to his name. So you better get out of his way. No slow pokes in the fast lane. Rules were made to be broken, spotlights made to be stolen. With iron will and deadly quills, all evil will be choking. Wind screams louder than your doubts. Flying free is what it's all about. Him and his team will save any crowd, but he runs too fast to be chasing clouds. A blur that can't be stopped, so let's kick it up a notch. With a spin, he'll rock those socks. Be you animal, human, or robot. So run it up, let your soul take flight. Rings glimmer in the dead of night. He's got the power to save us all. If you're in his way, you're gonna fall. Every loss just fuels the flame. Every win brings glory to his name. So you better get out of his way. No slow pokes in the fast lane. So run it up, let your soul take flight. Ring glimmer in the dead of night. He got the power to save us all. So if you're in his way, you're gonna fall. Every loss just fuels the flame. Every win brings glory to his name. So you better get out of his way. No slow pokes in the fast lane. No slow pokes in the fast lane.
You're tuned in to What's Going On with Dapper Don. Don't touch that dial. And we're back. For those of you just joining us, we just got through talking about the significance of Undertale as a game. We got through talking about its characters, what we think about, different routes, and just really going into what we feel about the game overall as a whole. But now we're going to get into the significance of the neutral and genocide routes in particular, and we're going to talk about some fan creations, which again is not the part of the episode that I look the most forward to, but I did it to myself. So, as you may know, the pacifist route of Undertale is the ideal, more widely popular route. You get all these jokes, characters, arcs, emotional moments, Easter eggs, and just generally a truly legendary experience. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've seen cry over this game. Now, I don't think the game is worth crying over. I think those people are just bitches. Oh. But they did it. The pacifist route is also what puts this game on people's top 10 lists, and it may have made teenage me shed a single solitary gangster tear, but no crying.
Okay, gotcha.
Real boys don't cry. What do you think of the pacifist route in comparison to the other routes?
I think it definitely makes the game, like, I feel like that's when I think of Undertale, that's what I think of. I'm like, okay, you can be good or be quote unquote evil. And it's like having that option just like is a little bit weird for a video game for sure.
Yes. It's a very eccentric strategy because it becomes a situation of the game is you make your game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they made a game so that you could make your game.
Exactly.
Which is very interesting. Now that's great. And do you think that characters and moments shine best in this route?
Honestly, I'm like 50-50 because I think any route shows you a different side to the already complex characters in the game, and who's to say what's like better than the others, you know what I mean?
Right. I think neutral personally shows the best of the characters in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But um yeah, I get what you're saying where it's just like you can't really judge. It just depends on your personal taste for how well you want to know these characters.
Yeah.
Now, the pacifist route, as stated before, is a great base game, but there are two routes that I believe may highlight characters' true natures and really put to the test the game's story and its system of remembering you. Like, as we said, this would be the genocide route and the neutral routes. So, what stuck out to you, Sydney, about the characterizations in the genocide route?
I think that if you push people to a certain extent, they will show another side that maybe isn't commonly displayed in like day-to-day interaction or anything like that. You really learn how desperate people are.
Yep. And it really teaches you first of all, it teaches you a lot of these characters' different boundaries. What are their breaking points? If do characters even have breaking points? Because I know Papyrus didn't really have one. He just kind of was like, "I believe in you." Then he got his head chopped off, and he was like, "I still believe in you." And then he died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rest in peace, my boy. But it really shows because you got Toriel like, oh, now I see who I was protecting by keeping you here. Not you, but them.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very potent line that when I saw it first uttered, I was like, oh my god,
Yeesh.
this guy's cooking. This guy's cooking.
Who wrote that?
Who wrote that? Who wrote this? So, and then the when you can do the betrayal kills and they act surprised, and it just really shows you that even though these are creatures inherently made of kindness and magic, they can be pretty hateful if you make them that way.
I think that's just telling for anyone. Like if you do enough to them, they will change before your eyes, and that's like a sad truth. I feel like. But
Yeah. What about you? You ever werewolf and go wild?
yeah, I have a really dark side. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, I'm a
You don't want to see me when I'm mad.
nothing personnel kid. Um, but it's damn it, I lost my place in my talking points. What the fuck? Where am I? Where is it? Help me. Oh, yes. How did you feel about the requirements to complete a genocide route? You know, the grinding, the killing all the monsters until but nobody came pops up in every single area of the game. How did you feel? You think that was a good punishment?
Yeah, I mean, it's helping you weigh the gravity of your actions and to continue on that path. It's almost like the universe or Toby Fox is telling you, like, turn around, like, you can still do better. Because the whole thing about redemption is such a big theme in the game that it's
Yes.
like you having the opportunity and still choosing the wrong one is just crazy.
Just insane work. Insane work. Um, and I mean, Sans was a pretty good route, final boss for genocide route, right? I mean, that was unexpected. There was a little bit of a twist. You
And we
kind
got
of got
Megalovania.
we got Megalovania.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
So, but who do you think would have made for a really good genocide final boss? Like a really just like this is what I'm expecting, true, but this is a punishment nonetheless.
Temtem.
Oh my god.
Muffy, maybe.
No, not the spider. Oh my god, just you walk up and Tem's like, human been busy, huh? And Muffin's just like, so you're to get past me, it's gonna cost you like $1 million. You're gonna need to subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh, Muffy
You're
would
gonna need to
not.
pay me $50K for an animation of me running at you through Roku City.
Oh gosh, don't even.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
let's make Muffet the final Geno boss, and if you don't subscribe to her OnlyFans, that's how the fight starts. Absolutely, because she's the
Oh,
only monster in the underground. So only monster, only fans. Boom. Clever
boom.
writing.
Hey,
Clever writing.
I mean,
Toby Fox, this is my call out to you. You have one chance. Give Muffet an OnlyFans, or I will
please
be I will be
don't.
taking legal action.
Oh my god.
Um. So yeah, I think that I think Asgore personally would have been a great final boss for the genocide route.
Predictable, for
Predictable,
sure.
yeah, but he definitely would have been a great one. And I mean, there are some instances where people have made like fan fights where it's been pretty epic fighting him. But I get why they didn't go with that because it was just like you expect Asgore to be the final boss. He's the final boss. He's built up to be the final boss all throughout the game, and the
Hmm.
whole point of the game is to be subversive. So I get it, and I get that. I mean, this is a common trope, anyways. The comic relief character locking in. We've seen anime with this. We've
Yeah.
seen manga with this. We've seen comic books with this. I mean, how many times has Deadpool just gone on a complete murder spree and nobody expected him to be able to
Oh,
kill as
they
many
eat
people
him up every single time. The
every
audience
time?
loves it.
They
That
love
first
it.
scene in Deadpool versus Wolverine,
Oh.
everyone's like, "Oh my gosh."
Or when Deadpool's like, I'm going to fight you now.
Yeah, and then he takes off the mask and we're like, "Oh."
Oh. He just takes off the mask and he looks like a giant walking boil. Um,
Put it back.
yes. Um, so yeah, do you think that what do you think of people who will go through this genocide route and then blame Kara for it? Now, this is not an assessment of anybody's personality. You can be a good person and play the genocide route, but I still think a little bit low of you.
Hmm.
So, what do you think of these people who go through and just blame Kara for the genocide route? They make a comic of Kara being the villain, or Kara, or however you pronounce it.
I mean, like, it's probably the easiest way to personify choosing the genocide route because it's kind of like the angel and devil on your shoulder. I feel like that's how people think
Ah,
of it. Like, it's like Frisk is the good one and then Kara is the bad one. Like, how else are you supposed to
right.
represent good and evil? You know what I
And
mean?
I guess people don't have because for me it's supposed to be nuanced. Like you're never directly convinced to do the genocide route by the Kara or the narrator or anything like that. If anything, it's quite the opposite.
Hmm.
It's once you start corrupting the text box that you start getting pushed to do stuff.
Right.
But I even saw a good theory. That's not Kara doing that. That's just you deciding to not obey the player.
Hmm.
So it's like, I mean, it's an interesting sort of thing to get into, and it could be debated forever. But I really think that it's just that principle of blaming somebody else for actions that you choose to do. It's like I said before, you have to hit the fight button. You have to engage in encounters with monsters. You're the one that has to ignore every other option to stop a fight with a frogget in favor of just cutting it in half and watching it crumble before you. And like that's I don't know. That's my take on it. But now we're gonna shift gears over to the neutral route because we've talked about the genocide route in depth route in depth already.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I think the neutral route is actually the most punishing, in my opinion, because the genocide route, you get all these epic fights to the finish. You get all these character moments of them saying, "I'm not going to let you kill my people." You get these monsters that come up and are just like you see just a whole different side of them, and you get rewarded with this unique dialogue. But for the most part, in the base game of neutral, the rest of the game is pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
It just stops at the genocide flower fight. You don't get to see any more of the game if you kill even one more monster.
Yep.
If you kill even one monster, and you don't get to see any more story, and the only bit of different dialogue as during the endings when all these characters are expressing how they really feel. But even then, most of the time, it's just kind of a lukewarm. Oh, well, it's sad that he's gone, but life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you've almost killed everybody in the underground except one, and even then, oh, well, it's sad, but life goes on. It's like I think the neutral route. I think the neutral route really hates players because you're too pussy to go all the way with the genocide route, but you're also not going all the way with the pacifist route either, and just sparing monsters on purpose. It's the pussy route. It's the route where you can just kind of be wishy washy and but you're not gonna get rewarded with anything in the base game. It's just not gonna happen.
I think it's like the most realistic to life, honestly, because
Yeah.
it's like people don't want to go all into one side because they're trying to be viewed neutrally. Like you don't like to be loved, you don't like to be hated. I mean, people like to be loved, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's like you could be hated either way. Um, so people like to live in ignorance or like be like, oh, like I don't know about that. I'm just not gonna pick a side or like just like any of that stuff. And it's like,
Right.
well, you could still do wrong even if you are neutral. Like
Yep.
it's like the bystander effect. Like you didn't do anything, so but you're still liable in a way.
And honestly, if you don't have your own viewpoints, then you're not changing anything, and that's almost as bad as if you made a negative change.
Right? Like net zero is zero. Like
0 plus 0 is still 0. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. Um, and yeah, it's just I'd rather have somebody do the genocide route because at least they believe in something and they're going all the way with it. Now, that's not to say genocide is good, but as far as this game goes, that's kind of how the game treats it. It's like we'd rather you do the pacifist or genocide route because at least you're going all the way with something and trying to see every inch of it. But that neutral route, it's
Oof.
like there's nothing you can really get from it except endings, and even then, they're very boring.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, and I don't know. Did I already ask you what neutral ending was the most impactful for you?
No, but I can't say I remember them.
Ah, the one for me was the one where Alpha. You have to. I forgot what you have to do to get this ending, but Alphys is like, I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Oh, I think
Um,
I remember that though. Her
yes,
saying that.
another scenario where we didn't see that side of her at first. You know, anime weeb,
Mhm.
guilty about things and stuff like that. No, this is her outright saying, I could have ended you, Eggman Sonic style, and I
Yep.
didn't. So yeah, that's something to consider, and that's another reason why the sidelining of Alphys is so infuriating.
Mhm.
She could have done you like Sans. She just didn't. She just didn't.
Good Turkish. There's some people who need to be done.
Right. There's some people who need it. Some people who need it. But yeah, and I think it adds to Undertale's overall appeal by just really showing you that these characters are fully realized characters
Mhm.
and showing you that no matter what you do, your actions affect them. And again, this game is supposed to be a study of you as
Yeah.
a person. So now we have kind of gone through the neutral and Geno route thing. We're going to get into the thing that we're going to get into the fandom.
Gulp.
So did you want to start with a fan fiction reading and see if we still want to do anything after that?
Yeah, let's just jump right in.
Oh,
If I
uh,
hear any bone jokes, I'm out of here.
Undertale.
You cringing right now is taking me out.
Uh,
He can't even look it up with a straight face.
there's so many results.
Are we on Wattpad or AO3? Like, where are we at?
Archive of our own.
Oh, okay.
But I just do I really? Because I know of one, but I know of one, but it's actually
What's like the most popular one?
the most yeah. Let's look that up. the
Kind of like the Dream SMP, that Heatwave fan fiction. Like
the
everyone knows it.
The most popular Undertale. It would have to be something to do with one of the AUs.
Oh, 100%.
Fan fiction. Most popular, highly popular Undertale. One by one, focusing on resets. Flowey Tale. Oh, these are well written ones. I want the cancer. We're gonna have to go searching through archive. Wattpad. No, we're gonna have to go searching through Wattpad.
I'm on it right now. Which one do you want? Undertale Smut, Undertale X Reader, Undertale X Reader Part 2, Reborn in Undertale. Oh my gosh, there's so many. This one has 2.2 million views.
What's the title?
AU Undertale One Shots. That is not real. That is not real.
You said AU Undertale.
AU Undertale One Shot.
Looks like I have to log in. Looks like I have to log into my decades-old Wattpad account.
These Undertale One Shots have so many views. For what? I can't believe
I think about the age group that predominantly uses Wattpad, and then you'll have your answer. It's Undertale. I didn't want to get into that yet. I didn't want to get into it at all. So Swapfell, so Underswap swaps the characters. Sans in Papyrus's place, Papyrus is in Sans' place.
Gotcha.
Toriel's blah blah blah. Sometimes they swap the personalities, sometimes they don't. Swapfell though is because Underfell is the AU that it's based on, and it's an edgier. All the monsters are more evil. You've probably heard of it. It's honestly about as popular as Undertale.
Oh.
Swapfell is basically Underswap but Underfell. But where Swapfell gets bad, and we're probably going to see that once I look up these Undertale AU one-shots, is that a lot of people that have a weird bondage fetish latch on to the Fell characters.
Ew! Wait. Swapfell. Oh, we got
Underfell Papyrus. We're reading this. We're reading this. I found one. We're reading it. We're reading it. I found one. Oh, it's poorly written too. Oh, this is gold. This is gold.
Grammar errors, everything.
All right. I'm gonna read this one, and then you can find one, and we can read through it together. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Did I tell you I did a video on the Hamilton fandom, and I almost wanted to gouge my eyes out?
You looked at the freaking, who was it? The fan art.
The
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, the Miku. Thomas Jefferson Miku binder. I was told about that, and the thing is, if I'm told about something and I can make an episode about it that's more than an hour, I research it.
Oh god.
So don't tell me anything you don't want me to fucking go into detail on. All right, let's begin. I'm procrastinating because this is gonna be a Underfell Papyrus X Reader. Now, to explain what Underfell Papyrus is, he's a papyrus with sharper teeth. He's supposed to be more of a cartoon villain. He's supposed to be like more evil, but a lot of people with bondage fetishes make him out to be an abusive brother that keeps Sans on a leash and beats him and all that stuff. Yeah, people with bondage fetishes really seem to cling on to Undertale stuff. I don't know why. Here's the beginning.
To the bone zone.
Going to the bone zone. You know that's going to be a joke in one of these. You blinked with a soft groan, recognizing that you were in the Skeleton Brothers' house almost instantly. Oh boy.
Why are we there?
Why are you there? It took you a moment to fully remember what happens, mostly because everything hurt and you felt very sore. Why does everything hurt and why do you feel sore?
Brother.
Why are we getting into it already?
Oh.
Metaton, who was a very dangerous robot, had tried to hurt you. Okay, it's just a battle. And he had landed several hits on you, but then Papyrus had saved you. The skeleton had impaled Metaton with several bone attacks, shouting at him that no one messed with you. You ever heard of the Omegaverse?
Is that Undertale related?
No, that's a bunch of wolf tropes. People turn sexual.
The wolf people.
Yeah, it's like people who were into that latched onto this, because this is very like...
They cross over, for sure.
They definitely cross over, and I hate it. The furry fandom should never touch any piece of media, ever. And yes, I hate furries. Come for me if you want to. I hate furries.
Oh, sure Sans will be coming for us very soon.
I give me a bad time. I don't care. I'll fight any one of you except for the ones with weird fetishes. Don't touch me. Wash your hands. Um, he hadn't killed the robot, but he managed to get you out of there, and then you'd blacked out. You blinked again, completely clearing your vision this time, and saw Papyrus. He was pacing, muttering under his breath as he looked panicked and worried. Papyrus? You barely managed, and Papyrus immediately looked in your direction, letting out a sigh of relief. I don't want to do the Undertale Papyrus voice.
What is it? Is it like...
It's a very gravelly version of Papyrus's normal voice. I'm gonna do the Undertale Papyrus voice.
You got it.
You're all right. Thank Asgore. I thought he killed you.
Is he Australian?
I think that he's supposed to be British, but
Now why'd they do that?
I don't know. I guess people who don't use contractions automatically are British, but
Alright, bloody on with it then.
Bloody on with it. The skeleton's eyes darkened as he said the last part, and you tried to smile only to wince. However, you looked to find yourself bandaged where Metaton had landed hits on you, and you gave Papyrus a soft yet slightly pained smile. Thank you, you stammered out, realizing that it hurt to even speak. Oh, poor baby. Papyrus just nodded, looking you over to make sure you were actually okay. That was when you noticed the dust and apparently blood on his black armor, also seeing that his dark red scarf was slightly more torn up. Torn scarf, armor with shoulder pads. Oh yeah, it's edgy kid central.
Ugh.
It's Hot Topic central. This guy shops at Hot Topic, absolutely.
Brother.
Papyrus. Papyrus followed your gaze and he quickly shook his head. No, it's all right, love. I'm fine. He reassured. And though you looked slightly unconvinced for a moment, you said nothing for a few seconds. You then looked around, your gaze becoming slightly confused as you saw Sans was nowhere. Papyrus, where's Sans? You had to kind of force the words out, and Papyrus looked thoughtful for a moment before he looked in the direction of the front door. He had to go to his post in my place, but he made you some tea, and I made spaghetti. Wow, Papyrus was staying here with you, even if he had to miss his sentry patrol. He cared about you a lot. You smiled as you saw the skeleton's eye sockets gleaming with excitement, chuckling a little.
Oh, brother!
This guy stinks! You then gave him an apologetic look as you realized, I'm sorry, but I can't really eat right now. If I tried, I'd probably puke my actual guts out. Oh, you're so dainty. Oh, you're like a deer in the woods. Papyrus gave you a concerned look, but it shifted as he spoke. Right. You need your guts. Are you okay? Are you going to be okay? The skeleton tilted his head slightly, and you barely nodded, but he still saw. Yeah, I'll be fine. Eventually. Stick to thee. Bloom, my darlings. Bloom. Don't let the flame die out. You gave your friend a reassuring look, and he looked very relieved. Yeah, friend.
Oh yeah, I'm picking that up.
Friend, okay. Your bone friend, maybe. All right, wait here, Papyrus said, and he disappeared for a few moments, only to return with a cup of tea. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm doing the wrong version of British for this guy, and somebody is going to probably pop up. Undertale Papyrus doesn't sound like that. Well, your shit's not canon, so fuck you.
What does he sound like? He probably should never talk again, actually.
I think Skeletor, if Skeletor smoked a pack.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, you should at least try to drink this. I don't really care if you don't finish, you cunt. Though it took a while, you managed to at least drink some of it before wincing, causing Papyrus to look worried. I'm okay, you said quickly, pausing for a moment. Hey, Papyrus? You asked, and Papyrus moved his gaze to you. Yeah? That's not how he...
Hey, it's okay. You switched AUs right now.
I switched. That's not how he's supposed to sound. Nor does Papyrus say yeah when he means huh. I don't know where these people get that. Yeah. Peter Griffin's evil twin.
Yeah, I'll walk this year.
Yes, the inheritance is mine. Yeah. Papyrus's expression became confused and he tilted his head to the side slightly, which you found a little adorable. Why did you? You took a breath and tried a second time. Why did you not kill me the first time we met? You remembered when you had first met Papyrus, finding him extremely terrifying immediately. He had tried to kill you, impaling you with at least 5 or more attacks, telling you he was going to take your soul. However, he hadn't. Instead, he had stopped and tried his best to pull the bone attacks out of you, and he pulled his bone out of you, huh?
Oh my god.
This is already so bad.
Hey,
and
you put that in yourself.
This is so no. I blame them. And
Get your propaganda out of here.
get your propaganda out of here. However, he pulled the bone attacks out of you, and you never knew the reason why he hadn't just killed you. You never knew the reason why, period, why he hadn't just killed you.
Okay.
Papyrus started to speak, but then closed his mouth for a few seconds. Well, you were clearly terrified of me, and I guess I didn't really want to hurt you. After all, I couldn't have just killed you. Now I'm starting to sound Irish. After all, I couldn't have just killed you when you were that scared. I decided to help you instead. I'm glad I did. Fiddle-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Hoit-it. Papyrus smiled slightly, not looking away from you once.
He's staring into your soul right now, girl, with those beady ass eyes.
Oh, and he's blushing. He's probably blushing red. He looks, because skeletons can blush. That's a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Magic. He looked so happy that you were okay, even if it would take a while for you to be completely better. You couldn't help but smile at the sweet expression the skeleton was now giving you, even if it did hurt. You're so adorable, I don't want to read this anymore.
Wait, let me finish it. There's no way.
There's
no way.
I don't want to read this anymore.
Where you at? Okay.
You're so adorable, Papyrus. Please continue. I don't want to do this.
Papyrus's eyes widened at your words, and he quickly looked away, staring at the floor. No! A dark red blush appeared on the skeleton's face.
I know it!
You realized you've gotten him to stammer. You chuckled, and Papyrus, who started to calm down, looked over at you. What? He asked, looking very confused and flustered. You're so cute. You didn't stammer once, even though you felt like it. No! Papyrus glared at you, blushing again. He was adorable, but you decided to stop for now, since it was also a little weird to see Papyrus fluster when he looked so scary. Oh my gosh! Wait, okay, I'm sorry, I was gonna stop there, but there's something else. We're at the end of the chapter, we just need to finish it. The skeleton finally calmed down, and he moved his gaze to you again. You looked very nervous for a moment, but he continued to hold your gaze. I love you, your name. The blush on his face, which had started to fade, got darker as he smiled nervously. His words caused you to blush as well, and you stammered for a moment. I love you too. You couldn't really move, so you were going to have to wait until you later to kiss him.
That is fucking disgusting.
After a moment, and though it took some effort, Papyrus managed to get himself onto the couch next to you. The skeleton curled himself protectively around you, and even though it hurt, you moved into him. Papyrus gave you a sweet, kind of terrifying smile, but it wasn't his fault. He was scary. Just say he's ugly. Just say he's fucking ugly and move on. The skeleton breathed out, and though it was very, very strange to have a skeleton breathe on you, it was somehow calming at the same time.
They could have just stopped. But no, they had to keep going and describe the fucking fuck.
They're like, wow, it's so weird that this skeleton is like alive. I don't know. They're so shocked. You smiled at him, which he returned. You started to speak, but Papyrus put a gloved finger to your lips, silencing you. No, don't say anything. I know I'm the best. You don't have to say anything. You chuckled slightly at that, shaking your head slightly at him with a smile. He was weird, but very sweet. Just say you have the ick. Well, despite his temper, which didn't show very often unless you annoyed him a lot, Papyrus curled slightly more around you, and he could tell you wanted nothing more than to sleep right now. It's all right. I won't leave you, and no one will ever hurt you again. Now while I, the great and terrible Papyrus, is here.
What the fuck? I can't stand, even the non-sexual ones are so bad.
Well, let's look at the comments.
Okay, take a look at the comments, please.
That fact that he took the literally is so cute, bro. What?
13 years old. That person is 13 years old.
That fact that he took the literally.
That person is 13 years old. That doesn't even make any sense.
OMG. This is so adorable.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your name needs their guts to survive. OMFG. I love how he's still kind of naive. It's adorable.
Totes adorbs.
Right, right. You need your guts. Underfell Papyrus. Best quote of 2019 to 2020. What?
What?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Wow. I'm glad we got to share that moment together. That was amazing.
So that's the fan fiction. As you can see, Undertale has had it's a very deep fandom. Very deep fandom. Um we have to go back and read more.
Oh.
We have to read at least one more.
Okay, okay. We can get through this. How much do you want to cringe, I think is the question. Like, because we can go worse. I'm sure there's worse.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
He replied and started to rub his member against your entrance.
What? Where did you find that?
It's literally like the top suggestion.
What's it called?
Undertale Smut Sans X Reader.
Oh, yeah, that's the next one. And I was gonna get into the animations and stuff, but I think that something. I think that that's something we can cover after we just read one more. Just one more.
Yep.
So, did you want to read the AU Sans X Reader one shot? It takes 3 hours and 14 minutes to read it, and there's 39 parts. So I don't know, 60 or no, 180 plus 194 divided by 39 is. It takes an hour to read each part. Fuck you.
Damn, that's a long ass story. You know that person was just like word vomiting. Like there's no plot. There's absolutely no plot.
No plot. Whoa, 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 whoa! Take a look at this. Take a look at this title. Now, Classic Sans is how they describe the main Undertale Sans. Classic Sans X Fox Monster Reader.
What?
This is the next one. Your POV. You sighed happily and sniffed the air. Oh, God. The scent of your freshly baked apple pie making you smile. It was Toriel, your adoptive mother's birthday. Oh, we're doing some Toriel is mommy stuff while you fuck with Sans.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. You set the pie. This is not my birthday. I don't want this for my birthday. I'd rather have somebody shoot me in the head for my birthday than ever. I don't want Undertale to be real. I don't know why so many people did. You set the pie to cool and slipped off your oven mitts. Suddenly, a knocking came from the basement. You started and peeked over the. You started and peeked. Oh, they meant. What the fuck? Oh, huh? Let's move on. You started and peeked over the banister. The knocking was still happening, so you went down to check it out. Is anyone there? You asked, walking towards the door cautiously. Knock, knock, a low voice said. You jumped. Who's there? You asked. A broken pencil. A broken pencil who? Never mind, it's pointless. You snorted and giggled.
I would not laugh at that.
How do you, like, I don't, you could, how do you do that? What? Is it, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it. Not this close to the mic, I'm not gonna try it. That was dumb. I'm your name. You introduced, sitting down by the door. Oh, really? The woman here has told me all about you, he said. Oh, cool. Yeah, she's my adopted mom, you explained. Nice. So, what's up? He asked. Not much. You. Same. Wanna be friends? Oh, for the fuck! Fuck!
I wish it worked like that.
That's, I.
Let's be friends.
How far were we in? We didn't even get fucking a minute in and it's already cringy. Fuck. Sure. You had to go, but you promised to be back tomorrow and skipped upstairs happily. So no introduction, no fucking come outside and let's talk. Just fucking skip upstairs happily with this person you don't even know the species of. Okay. For the next for the next few, because I know me personally, I'm very racist, so I wouldn't date skeletons. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. For the next few months, he went to the basement. That's what we need, an Undertale monster dating app. Get on it, Toby Fox. I'm telling you. If you don't get on the shit I'm telling you to do, I'm coming for you. Lawyers, we're coming for you. We're stealing Undertale from you, and I'll do it.
Let our OC state. Let our OC state.
You're right. For the next few months, you went to the basement and talked to the man behind the door every day. You really liked him and had developed a crush on him.
Is he stuck in the basement? Is he trapped down there?
I think this is supposed to be in the ruins, but that's not the basement. That's just the way out of the ruins.
You're telling me he's just down there.
He's just down there knocking on the basement door. This is a creepypasta. Like, this is not a fan fiction. This is a creepypasta.
Let's not save him. Let's leave him down here. Just like befriend him, because
And he's gonna. I guess it's just gonna be like the mimic. Yeah, that's a FNAF reference. That's right. I know my FNAF. I don't want to do the episode on it, but I know it. For the next few months, you went to the basement and talked to the man behind the door every day. You really liked him and had developed a crush on him, though not even knowing his name. Then why did you fucking develop a crush on him?
How does he go to the bathroom?
These are good questions. Yeah, from now on, that's how you vet if somebody's a skeleton or not. Hey, how do you go to the bathroom? I can't use the bathroom. Get the fuck out of here. One day, a human fell down. Oh no. They stayed with you for a while, but desperately wanted to get out. Toriel refused to let her leave, but you thought she was old enough to handle herself. They're inserting themselves into the early lore of Undertale. These fuckers. You fucker. You fucker. I will break every bone. No, I'm not saying bone. Don't say bone.
Cut that out.
Cut it out. Hey, if a human should ever come through here, please protect them. Can you be here at about midnight in 2 days? You asked the man behind the door. So she's the one. So you're the one. Your name is the one that asked the human to be protected.
I'm confused.
I think what they're trying to do is insert themselves into the early lore when Sans is telling that story about him first meeting Toriel and Toriel asking him to protect the human. It's not Toriel that did that. It was the random fox monster, your name person, that did that.
Okay. Lord, do we have like a visual aid for this? Because I'm just imagining Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hey, if a human should ever come through here, please protect them. Can ye be here at about midnight in 2 days, matey? You asked the man behind the door a few days after the little girl arrived. Yar, the man behind the slaughter. Okay, he said, confused. You smiled. I'm confused and I'm reading it. I don't know what I'm reading. Thank you, you said. God, I have to go now. See you, you said as you heard Toriel's voice calling you. Bye, he said. Okay. 2 years later, at about midnight, you woke...
2 years? Oh, days.
2 days later, I'm sorry. I don't know. Did I say years? Because it feels like it's been years. Like, I'm aging right now.
It does.
2 days later, at about midnight, you woke the child and brought them to the basement. You're not taking me here to murder me, right? She asked you, laughing nervously.
Oh, no, why would I do that?
Of course not. I'm letting you leave. I have a friend who will keep you safe. He won't let Asgore take your soul. Proceed to a whole game of Sans doing fuck all while every single monster in the underground tries to take your soul. His version of protecting you is not killing you on sight. But go off, I guess. You reassured her, smiling. You summoned some fire magic and opened the door.
You could have done that this whole time? To see what he looked like?
You could have opened the door the whole time? Hey, a short skeleton said, falling over. He had been leaning on the door heavily, apparently. Oh, yeah, because he's definitely that clumsy. That's definitely canon. He's definitely super clumsy and...
How big was that crash when his fat ass...
No, he's made of bones, remember? It would have been a really weird clattering. You guys know that skeletons don't have asses, right? Or tongues, or organs. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Uh, your name, right? Sans, he said, grinning. You smiled broadly and
Wait,
you
you didn't know his name this whole time? You've been his friend?
you supposedly have a crush on this person. You didn't know their name.
Fake ass bitch. Like,
He said, grinning. You smiled broadly and blushing slightly. Hmm. Hi, you said breathlessly, only then remembering the child. Oh, this is Rose. Please make sure she gets home safe, you said, gently pushing her forward. Sans, this reminds me of the shit I used to do when I had toys as a kid. Hi, my name is Malibu Barbie. I'm Pikachu. I did not play with Barbie, just an example.
I did. I can correct you if you're wrong.
My name is Pikachu. Oh, we're friends now. Let's go get soft tacos.
Yeah.
I'll just teleport her to the barrier and she'll be right out of here. That's not how that works. Great. Thank you. I gotta go, but I'll see you tomorrow, you asked, checking your watch. Okay, see you later, he said, waving. Rose grinned at you. You blush.
Because of Rose, the child? Or you fucking pedophile?
Jeff Epstein, the New York financier.
The Undertale files?
The Undertale, the Asgore files, released. What? You're talking about Papyrus Skeleton? The underground Royal Guard trainee? No. If there were any news revolving around Papyrus dating a child, I would know. Good luck, Rose. Don't forget about me, you said, waving as Sans took her hand and teleported away. Because it's Portal now. You shut the door and slipped back upstairs into your room. In the morning, Toria realized what happened. She didn't know that you did it, and you didn't tell her. Hey, Toriel, you asked a few days later. Yeah, I can't do a Toriel. Yes, my child, she asked, closing her book. Can I go visit my friend? He's outside. His name's Sans, and he's really cool. May I go over for a sleepover or something? You asked, hopefully. You don't even know if he has a house.
As far as I know, he's camping outside your fucking door.
Right. Like, can I go over for sleep? You mean can I step outside the door a few inches and sleep in the snow? What the fuck?
A sleepover? Who wrote this?
All right. Please be careful, okay? She agreed. You squealed. Yes, thank you so much. This story is almost over, by the way, and nothing has happened.
Okay.
You said, hugging her and rushing to the basement, opening the door. You breathed in the fresh, cold air. I'll be back tomorrow, you called, waving and shutting the door behind you. Hey, kid, guess we really didn't have time to meet for real the other day, huh? No, not really. Why are you smiling so much? He asked, chuckling. Oh, it's just that I've wanted to meet you in person forever, you said, blushing. He smirked. Me too, kid, he said, going on his tiptoes and kissing you. You blushed again and squeaked. Didn't I look up smut? This is not smut.
No, they're probably gonna have sex at their sleepover.
This is gonna make the rest of the day awkward, isn't it? Saying stepping back, you nodded and blushed. No, we're good, you said, breathlessly, bright red. Cool, he said, kissing you again. Oh, there's more.
Oh.
I'm not reading the rest of this. We can get into the other parts of the fandom that I wanted to illuminate you on. So, what are you familiar with as far as
I need to recover.
Yeah, give me. I wanted to try to move on, but I still like got a thing like pulsing in the back of my head. I think it might be a tumor. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I gotta. We didn't even get into the sexual stuff. We didn't even get into it.
So are they having a sleepover?
We didn't even get into the sexual stuff. I don't want to get into the sexual stuff if it's this bad off the bat.
My friends and I did at sleepovers. We played light as a feather, stiff as a board, and tried to pick each other up with our fingers, or played fucking Wii or something.
Like, what the fuck did they do after? Play Parcheesi?
No, like, you could tell like a 10-year-old wrote that, because how do they know what sex is? But they know that you don't have to have a sleepover to have sex.
You have to tag your work smut in order for it to appear under smut, by the way. I just wanted to let you know that that's how it appears in that search result.
The unrestricted internet access is apparent here.
Very apparent. We don't need to get into Sans fans, girls. We've seen example. YouTube would take me down if I showed some of the fan art. You already know what the fan art looks like. Okay. Here's a good one that probably won't get me taken down by YouTube. If you could create an AU, an alternate universe, how would you structure it? Now, you know about these aesthetic changes, these role swaps. You know that that's basically the basis for all these AUs outside of people just making their own story and putting Sans on top of it, like the Ink and Error stuff, which could have just been its own story, but they just put Sans on top of it. So tell me, what is your Undertale alternate universe?
Let's see. Off the top of the dome. Let's have like I'm sure there already is one of these. Let's like have like one of the random characters. I don't know. Could be Papyrus, could be Sans, but like the human world is underground. So the monster comes to us, and then we just absolutely shoot them with art.
Oh my god. Yeah, they have done that actually, but see the thing is they don't explore it much. They explore it maybe in like a couple well-known AUs, but
let's let Sans come to America and get deported. Like
yes. No, we just have Sans is just like Sans just falls. It's like child Sans, and I've got like a shotgun, and you've got like an AK-47. You're just like,
Sans joins the U.S. military.
oh my god.
Sans was there at the Bay of Pigs, like.
Just like yes, I finally. Ooh, and the Papyrus of this world could be like Jeff Epstein, the New York financier.
Papyrus Jeff Epstein.
Cause he dated a child. He went on a date with a child. It's already weird. Um. So yeah, and then his goal could be to get into ice.
It's not funny because it's really sad.
It's really sad. But hey, I mean, at least they're killing everybody now.
At least they're being inclusive.
They're being inclusive.
At least they're mobilizing everywhere.
Help me. I want to leave America. Canada, can you come get me, please?
Undertale, please let me open up a hole in the ground.
So open up a hole in the ground so I can fall down there. So yeah, I think that what really a good AU too would be if we completely like put these characters, like take the main monsters and divide their type of monster up into a bunch of little types of monsters, and then take the froggets and stuff like that and make them main monsters. And then their personalities. And I could see like, Whimsum being Undyne. It would be hilarious. The little sad little flies. Oh, that would be so cool. So yeah, I think that we could definitely I think that there's definitely some potential there. And then who would be in Sans' role in that one? Napstablook.
Oh, he does give like the brooding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be him.
Hey, you've been busy, huh?
Would he just make ghost puns then? I don't think the bones one really worked.
I'm dead serious. Oh, he would just be fucking the Nightmare Before Christmas guy.
Ew, bah. What's this? What's this?
What's this? What's this? Fanfiction on my block. What's this? What's this? I have to get my Glock. Yeah. That's about all I'm comfortable going into on the fandom without getting absolutely taken down by YouTube, and we're going into 2 hours time, so we really got to wrap it up. So, how did Undertale change the way you play video games?
Well, I think it definitely, because I went from, I don't know if this is how you pronounce it, IB?
IB?
Yeah, like the one, have you heard about that?
IB what? UB what?
No, it's like a show, it's like a video game.
Uh-huh.
It's like one of those pixelated-esque, and it like made me like kind of like really fall in love with the ambiguity of like how video games can be played and stuff like that, because like once again, like I grew up like on the Wii. And it was just like, okay, go defeat Bowser, or like Kirby.
Yes.
I loved Kirby.
Oh my god, Kirby was good.
Straightforward, but then it's like you add like in the ethics and the morality aspect of it, and it really makes you like be like, oh shoot, like maybe I should not, like all that stuff. I think that definitely like made me have more of like a heart and patience for like games that like go into deeper stuff like that, rather than just the straightforwardness of
absolutely
graphics.
And I think for me, Undertale really just opened my eyes to the fact that you can play a game. Like, Undertale was my introduction to replayability in video games.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's like you can play a game, and then you can play it more to get more out of it. I, up until that point, replayed games, obviously, but I didn't expect to get more out of it. You get more out of a different playthrough, which is something that was... And also, the game remembering you thing, like, being that like that dynamic was expanded on later in 2018's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh.
Yes, an episode is coming about that. Absolutely, because I can do over 30 minutes on it, so it's happening. Um, and I still owe you that My Little Pony episode, by the way.
Yeah, I'm qualified, unfortunately.
So yeah, but I think that it really revolutionized gaming. It took this simple formula and expanded it with this, basically making it about the player. And that really just blew everybody's mind because from then on, every game that came out, it felt like had some kind of fourth wall breaking element. Even FNAF at points had fourth wall breaking elements. So yeah, I think that and I think that. Do you think that it did some good for LGBTQ plus rep in video games?
I feel like because it wasn't really like an overarching theme. I like how like it's become more normalized. Like that was like a little bit. It came out in 2015, didn't it?
Yeah, came out in 2015.
So like around the time that gay marriage was like actually legalized and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was around the time when Steven Universe did their gay episode. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they did. No, because I remember that year because like I was also drawing Steven Universe fan art, so like I remember Drawcraft introduced me to a lot. So
oh boy,
oh brother, lost media for sure. But like that, like it became very much like more talked about in a lot of spaces. I feel like ever since then, like I think it was for its time, but like also ahead of its time because the 2010s, like at least when I was younger, it wasn't like it didn't really feel like it was such like a important topic to be talking about, and then like all of a sudden, like
Yeah, I get you. And one of the things that really sticks out to me too is it just, I think that it made those couples more easily accessible. It's like you could picture this because it's just a normal couple, but it's two of the same gender. So I think it did that, and I think
it made it more palatable.
It made it more palatable. Yes. Yes.
People are like, okay, like
Exactly. So with that, I guess the final statement would be play Undertale and stay away from the fandom.
As with most things.
As with most things, exactly.
Talked about on the show.
So go back, play Undertale, get yourself a blast from the past. But anywho, that's all for today's show. If you like this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. All of mine and Sydney's socials will be linked in the description, as well as who helped put this episode together. Follow us everywhere so you don't miss a beat, and tune in next Saturday at 6:30 p.m. for an all-new What's Going On with Dapper Don. You don't want to miss what I have in store. Peace out!